It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Sinege nomusaku yizinto zethu bo.
Welcome back, Mzansi. Of course, you're still live, locked in here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's the Heritage Edition, and now we are celebrating something special right now, and you do not want to miss this. So the Artscape is inviting you to come and celebrate unity in diversity this month, called Heritage Month, through the various artistic works they will be hosting. Now, one of them being the Kingdom of Ubuntu production. So to tell us more about this prestigious event, Simone Heredin, Artscape's Senior Manager of Communications and Brand Management, is here, as well as Alvis Sipiko, the internationally acclaimed award-winning dancer, and his dancers Tembe Kile Komani, Apiwe Livi, Vuyolweto Nompetseni, Sivu Gaika, Siposetu Gojo, Luyanda Mdingi, Llewellyn Africa, and Lwandiso Ntsumi. Welcome to all these beautiful souls. And Simone, thank you so much for joining us this morning. How are you doing?
Wonderful, and happy Heritage Day.
You too. You look incredible. I love this. Is it Indian-inspired?
Sort of Indian-inspired, yes. You know, part of my ancestry.
I think you won with the best dress this morning, of course. But let's talk about this incredible show, Artscape's Heritage Festival. Talk to me about it. What is it all about?
Yes, so the Heritage Festival obviously celebrates the National Day of a Heritage Day, which is today, but it also celebrates the unity and diversity, and it celebrates the fact that, you know, South Africa being such a diverse country with 11 official languages, so many different cultures, etc., etc., to celebrate that. And Artscape, the building Artscape, is also 50 years today. So,
oh, wow.
So not today, but for, you know, for this year, it was actually 50 on the 17th of May, because it was open as the Nico Milan in 1971. And obviously those years, it was for an exclusive audience and for exclusive art forms. Nothing wrong with those art forms, because we all have to be inclusive. And this is what our Heritage Day and our festival teaches us about. It's part of the transformation journey that Artscape has undertaken over the past 50 years to also have formerly marginalized art forms that weren't on the then Nico Milan stages, on our stages today, such as indigenous performances and indigenous music and African poetry, etc., etc.
Oh, I absolutely love that, the fact that it's being inclusive. And yes, I like the history about it. And for me, the Artscape has stood out as something that I think we've all known for many years growing up. It has that prestige. But the emphasis is obviously on celebrating our diversity and bringing that unity together. Why is this so important right now, especially?
The Kingdom of Ubuntu, which Elvis is probably going to talk more about, you know, it speaks to what we're facing in South Africa. We're facing such a lot of challenges: poverty, crime, unemployment, etc., etc. And it's unfortunately, it seems as we've become a bit more of a diverse nation that we thought the rainbow nation of former President Nelson Mandela. And part of this Heritage Festival is to instill that togetherness again among South Africans, Cape Townians, Western Capers, South Africans, even foreigners, you know, that's welcome in South Africa. So it's to instill that or carry through the rainbow nation dream of Nelson Mandela, so that we can find, I think South Africa is probably one of the most diverse countries in the world.
I can't disagree with that, definitely.
So we constantly have to work on how to find our unity in this diversity. And the art form is one of those avenues and platforms that we can utilize. Just going quickly back to, for example, during apartheid days, especially in the 80s, when art was used to conscientize the public and the world about the atrocities that the then government was created. So similarly, at Artscape and other theatres, where you want to utilize the art to bring through that positive message, so that South Africa can find healing, because I think that's all that we want in this country, is just to love each other and to heal and just practice the actual spirit of Ubuntu.
I love that, and what a beautiful way to heal and of course celebrate at the same time. So the Kingdom of Ubuntu production from Elvis, this is something special, of course, but what exactly is this specifically about, this production?
So this production is about, it's looking at specifically like a country like South Africa, where we are divided, but it's looking at what can we become as a divided nation, what can we become when we're all unified? So the production is through music, dance, poetry, even African fashion, is looking at that story. And actually, it's actually the end. Oh, I don't really want to give off, you know, the end and the climax.
Just a little teaser is fine for us. I think that's more than enough.
I think I should, because it would probably inspire to come and see the production tonight and tomorrow. Is that it gives us a glimpse of what South Africa, not what South Africa could look like, but what South Africa is going to look like.
I like
in
that.
the next few years.
It's just
when
a
we're
matter of
all
time.
Unified. Absolutely.
I love that. Now, of course, working with Elvis as well, an internationally acclaimed, award-winning, he's a dancer, he's a choreographer as well. I've seen a little bit of his work, which is exceptional. But what is it like working with him specifically as well? I mean, it must be an incredible collaboration nonetheless.
Always amazing, always amazing. And I now work behind the scenes, but as someone that danced a bit before, contemporary, etc., it's always amazing to work with a choreographer. And I think people like Elvis are also the new producers that we want in the arts sector, not just specifically, but in the arts sector as well, to tell our stories. And those are the people that we need, because so many of our stories have not been told yet. There's such a lot to unearth.
Definitely. So who else can we maybe look forward to in the lineup?
In the lineup of Kingdom, I'm actually going to let not to spoil that. The viewers are going to see that a bit later. I'm going to let Elvis tackle all of that with all of our wonderful dancers. But I also want to give a quick plug for the other production, which is My Word, redesigning Buckingham Palace.
Okay.
So that's looking at the atrocities that happened in District 6, and it's based on the life of Richard Reeve, and it's also looking at the heritage right here in Cape Town, in the Western Cape, and how that's affected not just Cape Town, but how that's affected South Africa, because District 6 is it's one of those things that stand out as to what happened during those years, and it's also looking at how we can find healing in the atrocity that happened then throughout the history now.
Oh, it sounds absolutely beautiful. You've got me excited, and I think the rest of Mzansi too.
It's just a festival not to be missed.
Definitely. I can't thank you enough for plugging us in on this. I think we are definitely excited about it. And it's all about showcasing our unique and colorful cultural heritage this month. So we've got performances coming your way. And trust me, Mzansi, you do not want to miss this. Stay with us. But before we get into that, let's feed those bears a bit some more heritage meals, and then we'll get into more of the magic.